Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So we got to talk more about the Knicks and the two-way wings that they have in Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. These guys are excited to get to work and play with one another. They're also going to talk about, Mikal Bridges is going to talk about DiVincenzo, Randle, and the Karl Anthony Towns trade and how it will be to play with him. Obviously, there's still some things in the deal that has to be finalized before we hear from them, but we're about to hear from them, and we're going to react to this, man, because I got a lot to say about this team. I think they can be special. Let's check it out.
You want to be a really good team, great team, just everybody got sacrifice and to any amount, but I think just playing the right way, take the open shot, find the next guy. I mean, I don't know, I feel like it's pretty simple in a way when you play for the guys out there that you care about, and you know that you're gonna give them a right pass perfectly for them to get a good looking shot, and reading defense. If that guy's guarding you, you got your guy right next to you. So I think just making the right read, I think it's a good problem. It's a good thing to have when people that could be able to drive and pass and shoot. So I think that's not a problem. But obviously, if you want to be one of the best teams, everybody got to be dialed in, and there's always a sacrifice through everybody from the first guy to the guy, last guy on the bench. So always sacrifice when it comes to trying to be, the best. I know that idea of me and OG, and I've been a fan of OG for a while, but just, happy he's on my side, and, the thing that with Tibbs and, all the players we have, I think trying to aim to be a really, really good defensive team. I like Cat, man. Just played against him for years, and be able to stretch the floor, and you forget until you really stand next to him and play, because he's always been playing the four. Yeah, I know him for a while.
With Mikal and having another wing of that caliber defensively, how much are you looking forward to that? How much time does it kind of take to develop a rhythm like that?
I think it'll be fun. He's a great player, offensively and defensively. I think it just starts tomorrow practice, and then we're just gonna keep growing and building, learning each other, and then I think it'll be pretty fun.
With Mikal and having another wing of that caliber defensively, how much are you looking forward to that? How much time does it kind of take to develop a rhythm like that?
I think it'll be fun. He's a great player, offensively and defensively. I think it just starts tomorrow practice, and then we're just gonna keep growing and building, learning each other. Pardon? I always wanted to be here, so it wasn't a hard decision for me.
Hearing those guys excited to play together is going to be extremely huge for the New York Knicks. Should be locked down on the perimeter. And what does it give you? It gives you two players that match up really well with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who is standing in everyone's way in the Eastern Conference. Also, you match up well with those big wings up there in Philly. So they really don't have a weakness. And bringing Cat in, a lot of times we've seen Cat in the past play the 4 and get time at the 5 with certain matchups. You had Rudy Gobert, which I think helped the team ascend last year. Cat didn't have to be a full-time presence and really focus on his offensive prowess and being a good team defender rather than trying to be a defensive anchor while showcasing those offensive skills. And very similarly, you can play that type of lineup with Mitchell Robinson if he's healthy, and Cat at times where he can still play the 4. But we presume that Cat is going to start games at the 5. Great thing about it is Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby are exceptional wing defenders who have defensive versatility. So, they will rebound the ball, they'll block shots, they'll do everything, So I think Cat will be fine at the stretches he has to play the 5 in New York. And the more I think about this trade, the more that I recognize how much of a chess match it is for the other teams that they're playing. Playing 5 out, in this NBA while still maintaining the physical presence on defense and, having Jalen Brunson, having Josh Hart, who's I didn't even mention him when I was talking about the rebounding, but probably the best rebounder under 6'5", maybe even, the best wing rebounder in the league. He'll have multiple games of 16, 17 boards, especially when he gets more usage. I would be interested to see, how many boards he's got in games he's played at least 30, 35 minutes in. I would love to see that. But Josh Hart, you got him. So you have all the glue. It seems like they have the best glue guys in the league, and they are all defensive minded, and they'll do anything to help the team win. A lot of it is contingent upon OG's hamstrings, but I think, he worked real hard on that this summer to make sure he's able to play a healthy season, because he's had injury problems in Toronto. Bridges, I think what gets overlooked with Bridges, I think, when they talk about defense, Bridges offensively can put on masterpieces. You know what I'm saying? He can put on masterpiece performances. And Brunson can have 15 and you can win. Brunson can have 8, 10 points, and Bridges and some of those guys. And Cat too. You have a lot of people that can go for 40 now on the Knicks. I think lost in all of this, they talk about the toughness, the grit, all that, but lost in all of this, you have multiple players that can go for 40 on a given night, and I ain't saying they're going to do it on the regular. Brunson obviously is the guy who can do it a lot, and also Cat, and Bridges. So, you know what I'm saying? I think this team is so well-rounded. Again, I want to see Mitchell Robinson healthy, because at times you are going to have to play the Cat at 4 lineup, Mitchell Robinson at the 5, especially when you have a team like Philadelphia, and so that's what I'll be looking at, and sometimes even with the matchups that may present themselves from out west, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.